Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I'm your host, Felix Lawn Trousers. Man, check this out, man. It's the first time on He Rants. I want to let you know I'm just a random guy who likes to talk about random stuff that interests me, and I just feel like I need to inform you guys about it. If that sounds sexy or attractive to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. That way you'll be one of the first to hear the voice. Same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure in those likes. Definitely let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms, because we're so humble. Email me, description box below. But let's not waste no more time. We got another TikTok reaction, man. This reaction, I think, is probably gonna be a good one. It's pretty much by this person named Thick Lip Smoke. Thick hip smoke, something thick, something. You know, listen. You know TikTok puts a little joint right there so you can see what the hell the person's name is, man. They don't want you to forget the person's name. You know what I'm saying? So it's there. If you want to find this lady, you guys can go ahead and find her, right? But I'm really antsy to hear about this, right? Because one of my buddies actually sent this to me saying to react to it because apparently she said a bad experience that she had when she was doing the do. You know what I'm talking about? Not like when I say doing the do, I mean sex. I don't know why I didn't just say sex, because I feel like when I said doing the do, you guys might be thinking about using the toilet and defecating. But that's not. Let's just start. I just realized, do people say defecate? I feel like that's a little bit more than needed. Like, when you say defecate, oh yeah, I just defecated, or I just had a bowel movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know why I'm fixated on poop and stuff. That was just, I just felt like I just wanted to make sure it was clear. All right, you know what? Let's just start the video, okay? Let's start the video because I actually want to see what the hell is going on here, and I'm just rambling about using. No one says defecate. I don't think they say defecate. I think they just say they poop, right? Okay. Let's start.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you guys while doing the deed?
I told myself I would take this story to my grave, but here we are. 18-year-old me invites a rich white boy I found on Tinder over to my house that I had never met before. Dumb. Very.
Okay, off the rip, just gotta say this. I'm sorry for stopping it. And the video is only a minute long anyway, so before she says what she has to say, I have to say she looks like Amanda Bynes. She looks like Amanda Bynes. But she doesn't look like just regular Amanda Bynes. You know what I'm saying? You guys watch Dragon Ball Z, right? You know how the original form of Kid Buu was like, you know, the original form of Buu was Kid Buu and stuff, right? And then eventually he ate like one of the Kais that was really, really big and stuff, and then became the main Majin Buu, the fat Majin Buu and stuff like that. She looks like she was Majin Buu. She was Kid Buu, and then saw Amanda Bynes and ate down. No, that doesn't make sense. Maybe it's in reverse. Maybe this is Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was Boo and ate a fat girl and then became this one. I don't know. But I just want to also say that, man, when I tell you there's dudes out here smashing fat joints left and right, I'm telling you, man, there's a designated group of dudes out there whose sole mission is to smash obese women. I'm telling you something. Large women. Or I don't know. Maybe she's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe she was slim. Maybe when she didn't say when. She said Tinder a bottle girl. I mean, you know, have you noticed that girls who usually have a lot of sexual partners usually gain weight? Have you noticed? It's almost like penis makes you gain weight or something like that. Have you noticed that? You see a lot of girls, like, you might have been in college or something, or high school, you know, the girl who was like thotting it up, right? And then now some time has gone by, she's gained significant weight and stuff. You're just like, my goodness, swallowing a lot of peen, a whole lot of peen you've been swallowing, and you've been getting your full, and you've been greeting a lot of gluttony right there. Let's continue.
Never met before. Dumb. Very bad at life at that age. I was very dumb. He comes over. We're doing it. It's whatever. Not great. Not bad. He starts, then he starts screaming at the top of his lungs while he's, and he grabs his leg. I was like, oh, he's having a Charlie horse. He's grabbing his leg, screaming.
I'm sorry. I gotta pause it again. I have to say this. I think she has the super slippery wet or something like that, right? Because you talk to scream. I have you guys know I'm somewhat a screamer, right? Sometimes I might let out a little yell from time to time to let her know that I have reached that spot. Reach that spot? I mean, weird. No, that I've reached the time of, like, releasing my juices and stuff, right? But to actually have a leg cramp, that means this was extreme feeling, right? And so maybe she's large and in charge, and maybe it's really packed because she's really large, so she might be inside the vagine might be also very compact and pressed in because there's a lot of fat buildup, right? I don't know if that's how vagines work. Who knows how vagines work, right? I mean, let's be honest, right? Who really knows? Do women even know for real? I don't know. Who cares, right? As long as you get yours, right? I mean, come on, right? But seriously, let's get back down to reality. Most likely, it's probably packed full of a whole lot of fat. Right, a whole lot of fat, which is probably hugging your wood, which I'm pretty sure would bring immense pleasure. I'll tell you this, I am very curious now. Very curious. Let's continue.
And he grabs his leg. I was like, oh, he's having a Charlie horse. He's grabbing his leg, screaming. Then all of a sudden I start to smell something. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like looking around to make sure that my cat wasn't in the room and hadn't just used the litter box because I was like, this smells like fucking shit. He literally looks up at me and he goes, I just shit myself. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, right here? Right now? And he's like, yeah, in your bed. And I was like,
am I the only person that got an erection from this woman right here? I don't know. Is that weird? Is that weird that I got an erection? I don't really want to smash larger women, right? Especially larger women that look like Amanda Bynes. But hear me out. I'm getting into it. I just want to understand. I mean, I want to be able to express this without coming off as a weird individual. But the mere fact that his ejaculation, right, was so immense and powerful that I was about to say defecating, that he pooped on himself, right? That's something I want to experience. Maybe not the poop part, but just the feeling, right? Because clearly she has that super wet soaker, which is somewhat strengthening my view on this larger women, very compact, fat vajayjays. I'm really feeling that right now. I'm feeling that. I think that might be a thing, right? This is a hypothesis, but I think, will I ever go into the actual testing period, right? To actually test and see if this is really true and come up with a definitive conclusion. I don't know. Because it could be one of those situations that I decide to smash this large woman, and then after I smash and I get the nut off, the curiosity just flies out. I don't care anymore, and I realize, what have I done? I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, what have I done, right? And then I think at that moment, it makes more sense to me why women sometimes don't count certain bodies. I'm going to try to erase that in the back of my head, man. Like, why did I do this? This was a low point in my life, right? A very, very low point in my life that I was to, do this just out of straight curiosity. It's almost like that moment, right, when you tell yourself you're not going to jack off anymore, right? And then, I don't know, you get on Twitter or something like that, or you're on Instagram and you see a girl twerking, and then before you know it, you're 7 pages deep into Instagram, and you're just like, I don't know what's going on. And then right after a few more minutes pass by, you're on spankbang.com and looking at the latest Ebony videos that they just dropped, and you start looking at some of these girls and saying, like, man, I can't believe you're so damn attractive like this, and you would decide to show your body online like this. Your father would not be proud. I don't think anybody in your family would approve of this, but my penis does. My penis and my right hand. Sometimes my left hand. I use my left hand sometimes to make it seem like somebody else is doing it. Another young lady is doing it, right? Lotioning it up and stuff. And I think Lil Jon came out and said this is called a sleeper. No, or the stranger. It's called a stranger because, it's not my dominant hand. So it really feels like somebody else is doing it, right? Because, when girls do it for you, it doesn't necessarily always feel... it feels good, obviously, but it doesn't feel like how you do it. No homo. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not homo because it's yourself. No matter what anybody says, no girl can jack you off like how you can jack yourself off. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It is what it is. I wish it wasn't like that. But it's just the way it is. But when you do it with your other hand, it's like a stranger. I feel like I went into too deep into that whole explanation right now, and I feel kind of weird. I can only imagine the embarrassment, right? The embarrassment that you were just, you out here cracking this big joint, right? Ready to tell the boys that, hey, yo, this big joint from Tinder just gave me the cheeks, you know? And I was tearing it up left and right. And then I decided to release the juices. And then once I released the juices, I cracked myself. Embarrassing. Well, he's not going to say that part, though. But here's the thing, though. Now he has to wife her up if she wants to be wifed up. I don't know. She didn't go into details. And I wonder if he went raw. He probably did. I don't know why. Guys out here smashing fat joints, they usually like to go raw. And I'm an advocate for going raw, so do your thing, man. Definitely. It don't matter what the size of the girl is. If you want to go in there raw, go ahead. But I've just noticed, because watching a whole lot of Maury, seeing a lot of fat joints, that the dudes are swearing up and down they're not the father, but they smashed that girl raw. And I'm like, hey, you smashed her raw, so the chances is there. And most likely, the least attractive the girl is, the more likely you are the father. Have you noticed that? It's like, man, this girl, if the girl comes out here looking busted 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, he's the father. It's almost like God, like, shit, you know, like messing you up. Like, hey, listen, I told you not to have sex before marriage, and you decided to do it. So here you go. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. You're just gonna have this, right? You're gonna have the baby mama that's not attractive. Everybody's gonna know that you out here smashing joints and not attractive. And that's just here. I'm just gonna leave this right here. Leave this right here for you. You feel me? You know, God works in mysterious ways. He definitely does. He definitely works. And I feel like God also has a sense of humor. So it's definitely like, I'm not saying that the big joint is ugly. I'm just saying, like, I just noticed girls who are less attractive on Maury usually be, you know, getting the right guy who's the father. It's crazy. It's wild. It's really wild. But this situation, man, yeah, he's definitely probably gonna have to wife her now, because she's probably gonna hold that against him. Like, listen, I'll tell everybody you shitted. You shitted on yourself right after we had, you know, made sensual love, and then you're a big screamer. A lot of guys don't want other guys to know that they're screamers, right? And the way that she reacted about it, saying that, you know, he was just screaming and stuff, this makes me believe that this is common for her. Which, once again, brings up the question, is her vag the gushy wet, right? Because she didn't seem like, based on the way she told the story, that she cared, right? That she cared that it was like that. Impressive vajayjay, impressive vagine. Amanda Bynes, aka Majin Buu, aka this lady, thick hips, whatever her name's. She's something to be worried about, in a good way. If anybody can find her, please slide in her Tinder and try to make love to her, and then you know, message me, and then we can get on Skype or Teams or whatever, you know, thing we want to, Zoom, or even just YouTube Live is that, no, or YouTube, and then we can have this conversation about how it went, if it really is true. Is it really extra fat in there compressing on your wood or your member, as some people like to call it? This video was very interesting. I'm gonna go take notes. I'm trying to see this hypothesis of how much of this, what I said, made sense, but yeah, that's all I gotta say on that, man. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you. I know I rambled a whole lot in this video, man, but I'm just really impressed by how these fat joints are moving nowadays. They are moving very intricately and stuff. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, as well as with the post notifications. That way you always be one of the first to hear the voice. Same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure in those likes. Definitely let me know I'm doing a stand-up job. Same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms. You're so humble. Email me, description box below. And that's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.